Right, so these deck lists we have are only for the next duel that we're about to watch. All subsequent rounds as well, even for their first duel, they can change their decks. So
yeah, but it looks like round one's underway. Round one's starting. We got that tour guide mat. I know I'm a big fan of that tour guide mat. It's the one I use when I play Duel Links.
So Jose is using the skill that starts with Harpy's Hunting Ground to increase the attack points of all of his winged beasts by 200. He starts off with the ideal opening of Black Wing of Prison Beast. That allows him to banish a Black Wing in his hand. In this case, Prince the Crack of Dawn, normal summon into the field, has an extra normal summon.
Yep.
Zephyros to add to hand.
Yep, so he's going to normal summon Zephyros the Elite, and then since it still has an extra normal summon, you're going to get to search again with Black Whirlwind. Zephyros, one of my favorite Blackwing cards, being able to bring itself back from the grave and bounce one of your own cards to your hand is one of the most powerful effects that you have in Yu-Gi-Oh! And then we have a special summon of Gale the Whirlwind. Let's see what synchro summon we're going to get here from Jose's Blackwings.
Unfortunately for Jose, he was forced to go first in this duel based on the coin flip. Oftentimes, Black Wings have a strong preference of going second because they can often win the game on the first turn with Raikiri, especially if you open with Samoon, which gets them an additional search with Black Whirlwind.
Right.
However,
having access to like the two normal summons, it's always something like that's good going second because you can bait out that first trap and then still have an access and follow up.
Right, Jose returns Black Whirlwind to his hand with the effect of Zephyros in the graveyard, avoiding it dealing 1,000 points of damage to him in the end phase with Samoon, and ends his turn with a full deal.
Ooh, Heat
Andrian
Wave.
activates Heat Wave. Heat Wave is actually a card you can only get one of from leveling up Rex Raptor, so that's the only copy in his deck, as it's the only copy in his collection. That prevents the summoning of effect monsters, which is more ideal when you're going first. So he's going to have to tear down this field if he hopes to.
Right, so you see two face downs alongside that Dark Magic Circle. Let's see if the Magician's Navigation is going to be enough to get him back into this game.
This is going to be tough. The Dark Magical Circle got him Illusion Magic, which requires him to tribute a monster to get Dark Magician. So he would have had to hard draw the Navigation and the Dark Magician to combo, but it looks like he may have.
Yeah, I was just going to have to assume that he did, because if he didn't draw that Navigation, this duel was over. It was the only card he could have had to continue this game, for sure.
Oh, here's the beautiful animation.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about Duel Links is the summoning animation for all the characters' cards.
Undoubtedly striking terror to Jose.
Dark Magical Circle is going to banish the Blackwing.
Raikiri was the only monster on the field stronger than Dark Magician, so the Dark Magical Circle banishing it is a huge problem for Jose, and because of the Heat Wave that was activated on the previous turn, he can't summon an effect monster.
Just devastation. You see why Heat Wave is so good in the Dark Magician deck, because if they have the combo and they don't need to summon that rod, they really don't need a normal summon.
Yeah, the combo is strong, but Heat Wave makes it even stronger, as we see here.
It's pretty cool to see. Heat Wave's always been one of those cards in the TCG that I've always looked at when I'm looking through my cards. I'm like, man, I know you're good. I know you have to be good someday. So it's cool to see action here at the Yu-Gi-Oh! Remote Duel Invitational. Couple of Dark Magic attacks.
Jose could still turn this around. We know he has Black Whirlwind in his hand because he returned it with Zephyros. So he's going to need to make a Raikiri with multiple Blackwings on his field so that he's able to destroy multiple cards. And then it'll come down to what's in Adrian's back row.
Yep. Let's see if it's going to be enough.
Magician's Navigation is still online in the graveyard. Don't forget that once if he has a Dark Magician on the field, he can banish the Magician's Navigation to negate the effect of a spell or trap card on the field.
Yeah, that'd be good for maybe the Harvey's Hunting Ground? No, the Whirlwind, yep.
He's better off with the Whirlwind. I don't think the Harpy's Hunting Ground is a threat right now, because all of the Blackwing Synchro monsters that are strong enough to destroy Dark Magician without the 200 with the 200 attack point boost are also strong enough to destroy them without the 200 attack point boost. Oh, yeah, brutal!
Yeah, stopping that Whirlwind not being able to search the tuner is devastating.
Yeah, without that Black Whirlwind Cirque, he's in trouble. It could have otherwise gotten something like Gale that would have facilitated a level 7 Synchro Summon, which he might have been able to use to turn this duel around, but that's not happening here.
Yep, we're going to see what he's able to do facing down two Dark Magicians. And we see another Dark Magical Circle. So if he's able to net something with this, he could activate maybe his face down. You said he got an illusion, Dark Magic Illusion off the first circle, right? So that's probably what's face down.
Yes, he did get the illusion magic off the first circle. It could be face down. I'm not sure that he would have set it on the first turn with no monsters on the field to tribute. So it very likely could be a different card face down, especially now that he's clogged both of his, 2 of his 3 spell and trap card zones with Dark Magical Circles that he otherwise can't get rid of. So he might actually trap himself if he has the illusion magic now. Face down. Having had the Magician's Navigation and the Dark Magician in his opening draw, there was really no reason to set Illusion Magic on his first turn.
Right, maybe he just... Nope, but it looks like it's going to be one Dark Magic attack too many. And Andrian is going to take game 1 with Dark Magicians.
Andrian had the ideal draw there. When you talk about the Dark Magician combo, you're usually talking about...
I'm excited to see... I actually got to know what they're going to be playing, and it looks like they both switched decks, but they are playing a mirror match. Oh no, this is just Andrian's deck. Sorry, it is only one of the decks. One of the players did switch to Element Saber and Vote, which I'm excited to see. It's one of the most powerful decks in Duel Links right now. Let's take a look. Let's see if we get to see Alistair come down. So it might be. It looks like Andrian won with Dark Magicians, but didn't like the way maybe he won, or thought his opponent would hard counter him. So he switched his deck completely. I'm really excited to see how that dynamic's going to play out in this duel. 2 Whirlwinds, though, with a Gale. Not the best Blackwing to start with, but he's going to get 2 searches here. Looks like he grabs another Gale, thanks to the first Gale being boosted by the Harvey's Hunting Ground. And another Gale, so 3 copies of Gale to start for Carlos C.
That's a lot of cards, but there's not much to do with it.
Just 3, literally 3 Gales. But Gale is a strong card. Being able to have your opponent's attack during your own turn, and being a 3-star tuner.
It's interesting that the duelists that lost kept their deck the same.
Let's see what Andrian decides to do here. I'm pretty sure he switched to Unvoked Element Sabers, but we'll have to wait and see if maybe he did stick with the Dark Magicians. We're waiting to see for a card to be activated. I'm really surprised that he stuck with Blackwings and then had to go first again. That's one thing in Duel Links you can't. There's no really if you lose the first game and decide to go first or second, you just have to take the 50-50. And his hand is way worse than it was when we were first in the last game and end up losing that game.
Yeah, this hand is pretty rough, but if he survives the turn and gets a good top deck, for example, Chris the Crack of Dawn, which would be normal summon to a 2100 attack and allow him to search for basically 2 of anything, or any 2 cards, he can turn this around so easily and win on the 3rd turn.
Yeah, just having the 2 Whirlwinds, just being able to normal summon, you get there's so many different tuners that special summon themselves from the hand, right? And he already has the 2 Gales.
Blackwing swarm the field, it'll block.
So we have set monster, 2 face down cards to his back row, and that's it.
Looking like it could be Element Sabers. Element Sabers like setting back rows.
There's that Blackwing you were talking about that he needed to get the double search off.
Yeah, that's awesome for him, because now he can search for 2 cards that special summon themselves to the field, and he can also synchro summon something like Raikiri, which can destroy the opponent's monster. That's going to put the pressure on Andrian to be able to respond, and hopefully cut him off at some point before he loses all of his cards.
Alright, let's see, he added Bora and Bora to his hand, double Bora, so he's going to be able to synchro summon and special summon 2 Boras from his hand, and he has more Gales. We'll see how many monsters this Blackwing Duelist decides to summon this turn. And somehow navigating both the back rows.
The double Black Whirlwind opening is awesome. Normal summoning Gale as your first summon is less than ideal. At this point, he's going to spiral out.
Yeah, with no pressure. The one opportunity his opponent had was that one turn. That was that opportunity, and with no punish or follow-up, it's looking rough here for Andrian. Special summon Bora. Let's see if we're going to see a Gale come down.
I think so. Raikiri destroys monsters equal to the number of other destroys cards, not just monsters. Destroys back rows as well, equal to the number of other face-up Blackwings on your field. So he wants a full field so he can destroy 2 cards.
Yep.
We'll see if Andrian has a Fiendish Chain to cut it off.
Yep. Fiendish Chain coming down. It's going to negate the attack and not let that monster attack as long as Fiendish Chain's still on the field. Let's see what Jose decides to do next.
That's exactly what he needed. Losing both of his back rows would have been brutal.
Yeah, we're really seeing why Fiendish Chain is a card that's included in a lot of decks. It's a very powerful card. Like, not only being able to negate a monster effect, but stopping your opponent's monster attack when you can only have 3 monsters can be huge.
Yeah, and the card was powerful in the trading card game as well back in the day.
Oh yeah, certainly. I played Mermail, so that card just devastated Abyss Megalo, which is also in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. The Ancient Fairy Dragon coming down.
Ancient Fairy Dragon is most commonly used now to destroy the field spell card that starts out there and get Necro Valley instead.
That's exactly what we see happen.
The Harpy's Hunting Ground was a free card that came with the Duelist skill that he goes to use. So now he replaced it with basically the best floodgate in all of Duel Links, Necro Valley, which shuts down the graveyard. And Necro Valley is going to be, if in fact his opponent is playing Element Sabers, Necro Valley is going to be really powerful because it's going to stop his opponent from banishing cards from the graveyard.
Yep, and gaining that, gaining 1,000 life points is actually huge in Duel Links. Can really make a big difference. It's a lot more devastating than it is maybe in the TCG. Ooh, that 2100 attacking over that Alistair's 18-9 defense. Still get a Searcher Invocation since it was flipped face up. But now he's going to threaten game if there's no trap card.
Well, Raikiri can't attack because of Fiendish Chain.
Oh, that's right, the Fiendish Chain. The Fiendish Chain is still face up. Showing you how powerful that effect is, not letting it attack.
Yeah, so we don't know what skill Andrian is using yet. However, he is playing with Yami Yugi. So very likely it is Destiny Draw, which can only be activated when you've lost 2,000 points in a duel. So Jose was careful here to drop his life points down, but not below 2,000, because the Destiny Draw skill would allow him to cross anything he wants.
Well, we got an Invocation coming down for...
Invoke Cocytus.
Yep.
Invoke Cocytus can't be destroyed by card effects and can't be targeted by card effects, so it's a tough one to get rid of. It has 2,900 defense points to start, but using Alistair's effect in the hand would allow its defense to jump up to 3,900, making it even harder to destroy a battle.
Yep, so we see the Element Saber kind of going on the defensive, and love to see if he's waiting to set up, get some traps, clear the board, and be able to make a bunch of fusion summons in one turn and take his opponent down. Because Blackwings, they really don't play too many like defensive trap cards.
Yeah, I think a Blackbird Close is usually the most common of the defensive trap card, and it's
just a counter trap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what he decides to do here. Taking a second to think. It's really important to know, in Duel Links, you do have a turn counter that goes throughout the entirety of the duel, so each of your decisions, each time you think, it really adds up. It can cost you.
Did Jose not activate Necro Valley?
Nope, he just kept it in his hand.
That's an interesting play.
Oh yeah, because he knew he had the invocation. Oh no, he didn't know he had the invocation yet. He attacked it and flipped face up. So like he wasn't like, he didn't know that he switched to Element Sabers yet. He hadn't seen any cards yet. So maybe that was why. He didn't know.
Could be.
Looks like he's just gonna cosmic.
Yeah, I assumed he would search for it specifically.
Just to activate it. And maybe it's like this stuff.
This is interesting here, though. Raikiri, he activates the effect of Raikiri, knowing it would otherwise be negated by Fiendish Chain, and then chained the Cosmic Cyclone to banish the Fiendish Chain. But it looks like he targeted the Fiendish Chain and the back row enemy controller with Raikiri. So after it resolves, he only got to destroy one card.
Instead of target, oh yeah, I mean, you might as well just getting the free target out of the way. And that's it. That big defense is holding down the fort right now.
Yeah, I think he's going to have some trouble getting over that.
But now the Necro Valley's up.
Yeah, the Necro Valley being up.
There's really going to be hard, no follow-up. I do like the Grand Tournament mat also. Both these play mats are very nice. I mean, the Tour Guide one's my favorite, but the Grand Tournament mat is exquisite.
It's a nice mat. There are so many mats in Duel Links.
They really are. My original favorite was the Neospatian Aqua Dolphin one with his giant bicep. I was like, oh man, this guy works out.
That's a good one.
All right, let's see what Andrian decides to do here. While we're kind of at a stalemate here in this duel, I just want to let you guys know this is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Invitational Remote Duel. Remote duels are something that are going on right now to help support all the OTS out there that are in need of players. Like, they lost the tournaments, a lot of their revenue income is gone because players can't go out and just play in local tournaments. And you know, why not do this remote duel? You can play tournaments from your home for the OTS and support them and get prizes and be able to play from your very own room. It's actually pretty awesome, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Remote duels, something you should definitely check out.
You see Andrian set a back row and a monster, and Jose activates his Valkyrie's effect to destroy both of those two set cards, but Adrian's chaining the Ballista Squad to ban it, to decrypute the targeted monster and destroy Necro Valley.
There's finally some action. He knows he has to get rid of that Necro Valley to ever have a follow-up to make a fusion summon to clear the Blackwing player's board.
I think Invoke Purgatrio could be huge here. Oh, he's using Sorcery Conduit instead of Destiny Draw, so he didn't need to lose 2,000 life points to activate his skill and can instead normal summon Alistair, which he can top deck with Sorcery Conduit.
Alright, so we see first you see the Invocation. Then you switch it to Fire, so we're going to see a Purgatrio come down.
Purgatrio has 2,300 attack points to start, but gains 200 attack points for each card on the opponent's field. With his Jose's field almost full, it's going to go up to 3,300.
Yeah, Purgatrio is such a good card. And also you can boost it with the Alistair. It does piercing damage when it attacks over a defense position monster. Very, very good Yu-Gi-Oh card.
And it can attack everything.
Oh yeah. For some reason, I thought that I just failed to mention that part about it.
That's the best part.
It really is. It really is.
Oh man,
so
double
two
Alistair.
Reverse trap. Oh, triple Alistair. Okay.
Triple Alistair.
Reverse trap. Where is reverse trap right now? One attack doesn't even attack the other monsters. 3 Alistairs from the hand. Adrian's going to take that game. We saw him not want to be able to stall out and make the board, and then punish him in one turn, able to clear that Necro Valley, and just as we said, make the fusion summon. So he's going to play with what he's comfortable with. He knows the deck in and out. I can respect that. I say it's always better to play with what you're comfortable with, as opposed to playing what everyone else says you should switch to, maybe. Because if you're not comfortable with it, you're just guaranteeing your loss at that point. Oh, no. But we do see a third switch for the winner, Andrian. He's switching to, I'm assuming, Blackwings, maybe?
This correct. Did Adrian switch to Blackwings and Jose switch to Witchcrafters?
Oh, see, I just saw the Blackwing deck. It does look like it was a switch. So Adrian's the Blackwing player. Jose did give up on the Blackwings and switch out to Witchcrafters, which I'm excited to see Witchcrafters. I love that deck.
So Adrian starts, he uses the peak performance skill on Kaiba, which is basically the same thing as Harpy's Hunting Ground. It starts with Mountain instead, but that also gives the Winged Beast 200 attack points, just like Harpy's Hunting Ground. Summons Gale after using Black Whirlwind, searches for a monster, sets a card, and tries to pin down his opponent with Necro Valley, which is going to be extraordinary against Witchcrafters.
Right, so we see Adrian play 3 different decks, do 3 different games. Oh, 2 back row and a Storm coming down, trying to clear that Necro Valley and the face down back row. That's huge.
Storm is awesome here.
Especially with the Witchcrafter spells, it's all free.
And he got rid of the crap card, Witchcrafter Patronus, which he now has an effect he can activate from the graveyard.
No, this is an incredible start here for Jose. He's saying, I'm not going down 3-0. Using all his cards here on his first turn, but he's going to get them all right back. Here comes Madame.
Yeah. So normally you go for Madame Vare, but Madame Vare, since he has no cards in his hand, is unable to destroy Gale in battle. So he's going for Witchcrafter Shmieta, which has 1,800 attack points, so that he can destroy Gale. I think it looks like he... Yeah, it looks like there's only one Witchcrafter spell card in the graveyard, though. Witchcrafter Unveiling, that he can get back in the end phase. So he can make Madame Vare during his opponent's main phase with Shmieta's effect. All the low-level Witchcrafters let you discard a spell and tribute the Witchcrafter to special summon any Witchcrafter from the deck during either player's main phase. But then he won't have a spell in his hand to discard to activate Madame Vare's effect and negate the effects of the monsters on his team.
Yep, but we do see another one, and the only Blackwing that Andrian has been able to get so far is Gale. He's gonna grab Orochi, and that's the only target, probably? Yep, just the Orochi.
Looks like it. Gale only has 1,300 attack points, unfortunately.
So he's gonna use Gale's effect, and he's gonna chain to summon the Madam, like you were saying.
Yeah, it looks like he can safely get Madame Vera with 2,800 defense points because he knows that the Orochi in Andrian's hand is not going to help him do anything. It's just another tuner that will join Gale, so he won't be able to synchro summon. And by next turn, Jose will again have spell cards in his hand because he can bring back Unveiling even if the card he draws is irrelevant. So suddenly, Jose has the advantage.
Yep, not being able to have one of those bigger Blackwing monsters is really just coming back to bite Andrian.
Yeah, that was definitely a rough start for him.
Yeah, we see a lot of Gale. We see in the last round, or then it was the game 1 where you had 3 Gales. Not Andrian, but Jose, but still just Gale all around.
Yeah, not where you want to start. Patora's effect does activate though, so it looks like he probably drew a Witchcrafter spell because Patora's effect allows him to draw a card and then Witchcrafter spell or monster, I should say, because Patora lets him draw a card and then send a Witchcrafter card from his hand to the graveyard.
Yep, and if you don't, you gotta banish it all, but that'll probably not happen. But yeah, just discard it.
Mienna's effect activates. He'll probably want to send Witchcrafter Holiday or Witchcrafter Collaboration to the graveyard so that he gets 2 cards back in the end phase.
It looks like Holiday. Holiday just allowing you to special summon back a Witchcrafter. We just recently saw it be added to the upcoming the limited 3 list.
Yes, Witchcrafter Holiday just joined Charge of the Light Brigade on the limited 3 deck. 3 list, which is going to hinder the Light-Sworn Witchcrafter decks greatly. But it looks like he used his Show of Nightmares skill, which randomly adds a spell card from his graveyard to his hand. Got the Holiday, and could use that to special summon Adol, which has enough attack points to destroy Gale. Collaboration.
He's gonna let him attack twice.
Oh man, it's over already.
Attack, showing you the power of Witchcrafters and their spells, being able to dump the spell to the grave, add it back to your hand with your dual skill, and just like that, Jose is able to take a game away. We're not going to have a 3-0 here, they're going on to a game 4. That's exciting. Congratulations to you. Yep, big win there. He needed it, everything was on the line. It's interesting, he finally switched away from Blackwings and like pretty easily got that win right there against Blackwings. So maybe Blackwings are.
They have now 1. Instead of having 3 of the card that gets the 1 card synchro, they now only have 2 of it. So it was similar to the hit that Dark Magician faced.
Yeah, it's still, just watering it down a little bit. It's still strong. Just trying to like take down like the constant consistency of it. But here we go. Game number 4 of the Swiss round 1 of the YUGIOH Duel Links Remote Duel Invitational is underway. We got a Solitaire coming down. Gonna be able to trigger them off.
It looks like it's actually Blackwings versus Shiranui.
Oh, he decided to stick with the Blackwings. He's wanted to prove that he can win with his Blackwing deck. I can respect that. So, summoning Spectral, saying 3. Just trying to set up to fill up his graveyard to be able to fusion or synchro summon from his graveyard in the following turn. But
this might be
Necro Valley is really good.
Exactly, it is incredible. You read my mind. Blackwings are well suited for this matchup because Ancient Fairy Dragon can grab the Necro Valley easily. That's not to say that Jose does not have many ways to get rid of Necro Valley, as Shiranui decks very frequently play cards like Ballista Squad, which allows him to tribute a monster to destroy anything.
Yep, and then we do see the Jose's 1 Cosmic Cyclone, because we're assuming he does play 2 of the Spectral Sword, so we're not going to see another copy of Cosmic Cyclone coming down for him. So that's 1 less way to destroy that Necro Valley.
Yeah, but with Mountain gone, he can't use Ancient Fairy Dragon's effect to get the Necro
the Cosmic got
He has to hard draw it.
Alright, so this could be anyone's game so far. Without the Necro Valley, I feel like it's very favored towards the Shiranui player. If he survives this turn, that is.
I can see that. Sun Saga can be tough to get over because Raikiri can't destroy it. if the Sun Saga Synchro monster can protect itself by bashing zombies from the grave. The only problem is here is that it looks like Jose got a very weak start.
Yeah, he might not be able to survive this turn, and unfortunately he's down 2 games already, so if he loses this game, the round is going to be over.
Two Gales join the field with Chris the Crack of Dawn. Chris is a cool card. I remember when it came out in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, and I thought this is exactly what Black Wings need. It's awesome. Because once per turn it can't be destroyed by spells or traps. But I don't see that being relevant often in dueling.
Yeah, I'm certain Chris is a cool. It's like one of those just better Boras, right? Just that he's stronger, does more.
Yeah, it's generally a better normal summon, and it's a normal summon with Black Whirlwind that lets you get Bora.
Exactly, yeah. Chris is just fantastic. See what he decides to do here. Take a minute to think. I don't think he's going to synchro for an Armor Master.
Oh, that's one of the cards still missing.
Surprisingly, I mean, Armor Master, I remember when he came out like with Gale and all that a long time ago, he was just seeing having that guy was so hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
I have to assume we're going to see a Raikiri, but he's got to be concerned that the face down, one of the 2 face down cards is a Ballista Squad that'll just destroy it.
Yeah, he loses the monster, and then he gets to put the zombie in his grave so he can synchro summon from the graveyard. Ballista Squad, such a good trap in his deck.
Yeah, it's possible we're just going to see Gale attack and him try to push damage through if he wants to play around the Ballista Squad. And he doesn't know what's in his opponent's deck, but he probably knows most of the standard builds of Shiranui. And because they have so many disposable monsters with like 0 defense and an effect in the graveyard, Ballista Squad is a common addition.
Right. Looks like he's just going to go ahead and use the Gale effect here just to see if he can get any response out of his opponent. It doesn't really accomplish anything besides just trying to see if his opponent wants to chain anything. No reason to.
Possibly he was checking for a response window.
Oh yeah, because if he does not have his toggle on, he can see there's a chainable face down. That makes sense. Yeah, in Duel Links, you kind of have to regulate your toggle to kind of like disguise your back rows if you can do it right.
Oh, he baited it out, so it looks like the Assault Blackwing Raikiri the Rain Shower is going to come out. And its effect can now destroy 1 card on the field since he only has 1 other Blackwing. Oh, weird. Oh, he went for the monster.
Just gonna try to attack for a game here. Oh, he let him destroy it. Oh, another Cosmic? Forbidden Lance.
Oh, Forbidden Lance.
No. If he doesn't have anything face down, that's gonna be it. Adrian's gonna take this game and win round 1. What is that last face down? Nope, no chin yet. We take that. Now the monster's unaffected. There's really nothing you can have face down here. It's unaffected because of Forbidden Lance.
Not much he can have. Trying to think of anything that would save him face down.
Something, yeah, you have to have something that best summons a monster, and no, he doesn't. That's it. Adrian takes it. Swiss round 1 is over with. Adrian's moving on 1-0. Well, Jose's going to have to win 3 more to have a chance here to make this top 4, but what a fantastic round, Mike. What do you think? We saw so many different decks, such an interesting dynamic. I thought it was a great round 1.
I agree. I think swapping decks is going to become a trend in the tournament. I think that's going to be the theme of the tournament because so many decks have weaknesses that are easily exploitable. And if you're jumping from deck to deck to deck to deck,